What's up guys, I wanted to show you this awesome system monitor for Android. Now I know there are a lot of these in the Play Store, but I do think this one is one of the best ones. It's called System Monitor. I'll put all the links in the description. There is a light and paid version. I am using the paid version because it gives you a lot more features. And here it is. And what I really like about this app, guys, is its aesthetics. I think it looks fantastic and there's so many different options all in one app. So right here, you've got your CPU tab. You can see the different cores right here. You've got your graphs. Underneath that, you've got your CPU, the percent that's being used, and the frequency underneath. If you swipe to the right, you've got your RAM, you've got your disk I/O, you've got your network, you've got your top apps that are being used by the CPU right now. You've got your battery graph, which tells you your remaining time, when it's going to be empty, and the remaining hours you've got. And you've got your temperature as well, which tells you your current temperature, your average, your minimum, and maximum. And you've got these little plus and minuses here, which you can zoom in and out of. And you can move down the timeline and above the time and forward in the timeline as well. So it looks absolutely fantastic. And if you've got the paid version like I do, it gives you a lot more options. And one of the really awesome ones is got to be the floating monitor. So if you click this little button up here, you get a little CPU tab. And by the way, there is loads of different ones you can have. You can have your RAM one, you can have your disk I/O one, and you can just minimize them. You can shrink them if you don't want them. You can close them out, and you can just have them all open. These will stay on top of any pretty much app that you run. So for example, if I just quickly open up, we'll make the CPU one a bit bigger here because that's the most interesting one. We'll open up Temple Run. We'll just see what it does. You can see the disk I/O change, the RAM usage is changing, the CPUs are coming online, the third CPU is coming online on the CPU monitor, and the fourth as well. RAM usage is changing, disk I/O is changing as you'd expect when you're running an app. So it works really well, really good use if you want to check out what your system is doing at its current time. Now, it doesn't stop there. There is a lot more options, and let's go through some of these. So if we go into the settings, you can obviously do stuff like change your theme. You can also have notifications. For example, if you want your battery or CPU notification, you can see them now in the notifications tray. You've got your CPU stuff here. You've got your battery estimates over here. You don't have to have them on, obviously. You don't have to have all the cores on, but you get RAM notifications, disk I/O notifications, network notifications, everything is right here. So all the information in your notification drawer if you want it. Flying monitor, I showed you. It's also got background monitoring. So here we go with the background monitoring, and this is definitely one of my favorite features. You can quickly turn it on and off using this toggle, but more useful to me is the fact that you can actually schedule when you want it to turn on and off. So you can see, click schedule monitoring. You can call it something. We'll call this screen off just to test it right now. Screen off, there we go. We'll tell it to start at 12:13 and finish at 12:14. So only a minute's worth of use, but I'm only doing it to test it. And then we'll turn off the screen. Now, when it ticks over to 12:13, it will start recording and it will stop recording at 12:14. And at the end of it, it will give us a little report of all the information that it gathered. So all the CPU stuff, all the disk I/O, all the RAM, all the network usage. It will tell us that when we turn the screen back on. So we'll just wait and see what happens. Okay, guys, so I think that's been about a minute. So we'll turn it back on. And here we go. You can see it's finished up here. So we'll just go back into the app. You can probably just click it, but if you click the screen off, you can see report or delete. So we'll click see report, and it tells me exactly what happened. So the modes, the max frequencies, the minimum frequencies, the average load, the maximum load on the CPU. You can see the RAM that was used, the disk I/O. Now this was only a minute, so really nothing was going on. But if you have this for half an hour, I'm sure you'll see some stuff in the network or things like that. But this is a really useful feature for me because I love to see what's going on with my phone when the screen's off and stuff like that. I really think this system monitor is the best for Android right now. It gives you so many different options and it's just aesthetically pleasing. It's absolutely excellent in that respect. The paid version does also come with dash clock widgets. So if we open up dash clock here, I'll add, for example, the system monitor CPU, close my screen up, open up. So I've got dash clock. And you can see it there, the usage 70%, your current, minimum, and maximum CPU usage, and that is live, it does show as well. Obviously, you can have the RAM and other stuff if you want it. And lastly, it does also come with widgets. So if you want your CPU stuff as a widget, you can have that. Let's just quickly find it. Here we go. System monitor widget. Obviously, this probably will take some battery running in the background all the time, but you press the play button and that's it. You've got your usage, your speed, your minimum and maximum. All right there, it's a widget. So yeah, how awesome is that? It's got everything you pretty much want from a system monitor and it's clean, it works really well. You've got notifications all over the place wherever you want them. I just don't know what else to say about this app. It's absolutely awesome, and it's definitely worth the cash to buy the paid version. You get the floating widgets, you get the notifications, you get loads of different stuff with the paid version. So definitely check it out if you want to see what your system's doing. If you're kind of a little bit of a geek like I am, it's definitely worth the cash. Peace out.